You know why I love E3? Because it feels like Christmas for us gamers. We get to see all these crazy new games from these companies. Some that we have been waiting for a very long time for, and others we can only hope to make an appearance. What games do you want to see at E3? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo Show, where we cover the latest gaming news, leaks, and rumors from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo in 2020 and beyond. If you want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, make sure you click that red subscribe button below this video and that notification bell so you know when I upload. And if you're interested, I have a Patreon, which link to that will be in the pinned comment along with my Twitter account. In this video, I'm going to give you my predictions on the new Nintendo Switch games that Nintendo will show off at E3 2021. After I asked you guys what you want me to talk about next, this was one of the ones that was echoed throughout the comments. If you guys have any other ideas on topics that you want me to cover, share them down in the comment section below. And by the way, these predictions could be 100% wrong or 100% right. This is just a fun video where I share my predictions for E3 and Nintendo, so make sure you guys leave all of your predictions down in the comment section. It doesn't matter how wacky or crazy they are, just go crazy guys, have fun with it. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps the video a lot, and if you guys want to help me reach my 500 follower goal on Twitter, you can follow me at RoboRob93. With that being said, let's get on with the video. So it really is starting to feel like E3 already. We had that Sonic stream with the new Sonic, and we had the Dragon Quest stream with a whole bunch of Dragon Quest games, and Sony showed off Horizon Zero Dawn and other cool things. I mean, not to mention, it's rumored that the Nintendo Switch Pro is going to be shown at E3 too, which is crazy. But keep this in mind guys, just because these companies are showing these crazy games off right now doesn't mean that E3 won't hold any other huge surprises. If you think things are getting crazy now, just wait until E3 happens. This is especially true for Nintendo, a company who has held back on so many games guys. I mean, they have been holding back on games like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, which I really hope we see that at E3, Metroid Prime 4, which we haven't heard about in what, about 900 days by now? And what about Bayonetta 3? We haven't heard about that either. Even Super Smash Bros. Character reveals is possible at E3. And with all of this holding back, a lot of people are wondering what Nintendo is going to show at E3. Well, I have some things to say about that, with my first prediction being that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 will be shown at E3 2021. The game has been in development for quite some time, and we have had multiple updates, little updates, but still updates on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, the bug has definitely stopped or troubled development on this game, and I think now it's less of a problem compared to last year's E3. Showing off a huge gameplay trailer for Breath of the Wild 2 is definitely in the stars for E3. Also, along with this prediction, I think we are going to get a release date for Breath of the Wild 2 as well. Next on the Nintendo E3 prediction list, I think that we will get a 2D Metroid Prime announcement, and the release date of this 2D Metroid Prime will be sooner than we think. A 2D Metroid Prime is rumored from Zippo, who is a very reliable leaker, and according to him, it says it's pretty much finished. I expect a trailer that will blow our minds, and right after that trailer, I think we will get an update on Metroid Prime 4. I think this Metroid Prime 4 update is going to say very little, but it's going to mean a lot. Now, even though I don't think we're going to see any Metroid Prime 4 gameplay at E3, I think we will get a story trailer. I think the story trailer is going to be an engine, and I think it's going to give us some ideas on what Metroid Prime 4 is going to be about. And I think this trailer is going to serve a purpose of keeping us interested in Metroid Prime 4 until we can know more. Now, no release date is going to be shown, and not even a release window. I think this game is very far off because it had to restart its development. An early E3 next year's prediction, I think we're going to see a gameplay trailer for Metroid Prime 4. But this year, I think that's off the table. Next up, I predict we will see Bayonetta 3 at E3 2021. This game has gone pretty silent recently. The last we heard about Bayonetta 3 was that the development was going smoothly, and let me remind you, this was a long time ago, so this game has had very small updates on the development of Bayonetta 3, and we just don't know anything about it, not even gameplay or a release date or even a release window. So I think all that stuff is going to be announced at E3 2021. And my next prediction has to do with the Zelda 35th anniversary. Right now there are so many rumors, leaks, and whatnot flying around, but the ones that stick the most really have to do with the trademarks that were renewed by Nintendo. I think The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and Twilight Princess will be a double pack, and it's going to be announced with a potential third game. Now, if you're interested in all things Zelda and like the idea of old games returning and playing them on the Nintendo Switch portably, which is the reason why I want them to return, click the top right corner of this video. It is a very cool video and you'll definitely love it. And with that being said, my next prediction is on Shin Megami Tensei 5. This game was announced at the launch of the Nintendo Switch, and so far we have, what, 2 trailers with very little gameplay. So for such a big game that has been in development for a very long time, I am shocked we haven't seen any gameplay on this. So a huge gameplay reveal for Shin Megami Tensei 5 is in the stars. And next up on my E3 predictions, I think we will get a Super Smash Bros. Character reveal. Now, as to who's going to be the Super Smash Bros. Character that's going to be joining the fight, it could be Banjo-Kazooie, it could be something from Ninja Gaiden, it could be, heck, it could be Geno. I really don't know. There are so many guesses. I mean, personally, I'd like to see Sora join the fight, but that's just me. And next up is Splatoon 3. I think we're going to get a full-on gigantic Splatoon 3 gameplay reveal. We are going to get the single player, character customization, and of course multiplayer. I also think there will be some kind of event happening for Splatoon 2, and I have a feeling this gameplay is going to be extremely good and it's going to get the fans really excited. Moving on, I don't think Mario Kart 9 will be at E3 despite the rumors, and here's why. After going back and forth in my mind over and over again and weighing on the possibilities, I've decided that Nintendo will take the route of just waiting a bit longer to reveal Mario Kart 9 and sit back and watch the money roll in from Mario Kart 8. And next up, I think we will get a new IP or multiple new IPs. Every year it seems like Nintendo comes up with new IPs, or at the very least a sequel to a fairly new IP. This also goes into Nintendo wanting to acquire new studios as well, so I think we will not only have new IPs, but I also think Nintendo will announce a new partnership with a new studio. And those studios will have new games for the Nintendo Switch that look jaw-dropping and really exciting. And the reason why I think they're going to be jaw-dropping and really exciting is the fact that Nintendo is looking for companies who have developed new technology, which means this new technology is probably going to make the games really special and really cool. So get ready to get hyped for some new games if this prediction comes true. And the next prediction on my E3 prediction list is a new Donkey Kong game. This decision was based on the recent rumors of the new Donkey Kong game coming to the Nintendo Switch. This game is said to be made by the Mario Odyssey team, but no word on whether it's going to be 3D or 2D. Now, the last time that we got a Donkey Kong game was in 2014, so it's been a while. I do hope that if it does come true, that they make this new Donkey Kong game a 3D Donkey Kong game. This would give them the chance to do something new, something different, and something fresh than we have been getting on these platforms. Which, don't get me wrong, these games are really good, but I think it's about time we try to switch things up. In my opinion, I think what would be really cool is if we get a sequel to Donkey Kong 64 that was back on the Nintendo 64. I think adding that 3D environment will let them do a lot with the game instead of just having a 2D platformer. Now, this script is pretty old, and I do say next up, I think the Nintendo Switch Pro is going to be shown at E3 2021. Now, this was before all the Nintendo Switch Pro rumors and speculation and all that kind of stuff that was happening recently, so I was pretty much on the dot. I even go on to say in the script that right now there are rumors of the Nintendo Switch Pro set for release in 2021. 2021 ends in January, so a E3 reveal for the Nintendo Switch Pro would be likely. Now, I also think that the Nintendo console will play the same games as the current Nintendo Switch models. I mean, not only that, but there are also new Nintendo Switch Lite models being made already with new colors recently releasing. Why would Nintendo release a new color and then completely cut it off the very next year? So I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be similar to the ecosystem of the 3DS with the different models. They still play the same games for the most part anyways. The new 3DS did have exclusive games for that platform, but it was only one or two if I recall. Now, even though I do think that most games will play on both consoles, I think there will be Nintendo Switch Pro exclusives. And the reason why I think that is because some of the Switch Pro games that will be able to play on the Switch Pro will not be able to play on past consoles. Again, I'll point to the 3DS and the new 3DS. Next up, I think Nintendo is going to address the Nintendo Switch Online situation, and by that I mean Nintendo's going to have a huge overhaul for this system. Right now, I think Nintendo does know that it's bare bones and they want to add features. Heck, we still don't have Netflix on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, we had that on the 3DS. And last but not least, I think we will have a new addition to the Virtual Console. I think the Nintendo Switch Online service is in need of some more games. Even though it does have plenty of older games, I think adding something new to it will be great. But I don't think it's going to be GameCube or Nintendo 64. I think it's going to be Game Boy Advance. Now, the fan inside of me really wants to say GameCube on the Nintendo Switch Online service, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. If anything, those games will be remastered or ported or something. And as for Pokemon, I don't think we'll see anything Pokemon related. I think Pokemon will do a stream before E3 and show their own thing. Now, this is a rumor right now, and if you want to watch that video, you can click the top right corner of this video. So what do you guys think about my predictions for E3 2021? Do you agree or do you not agree? And what are your predictions? Also, my last video that I made, I think it was actually 2 videos ago, I forgot to give you guys some of those cookies. I definitely did not eat them myself. Nope, not at all. But anyways, to make up for it, here are 4 cookies. And while you're eating those cookies, you can subscribe for my E3 coverage I will be doing. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one. Oh, and tell me your E3 predictions as well. I almost forgot about that. See you guys later.